Ahoy everyone, and I'd like to welcome you to something new that I've been promising for a while that many of you have been asking for. I know I've hinted a few times about these interviews I've been doing with locals and sailors alike, just people with stories of interest of past and present in the cruising lifestyle or life on the islands. It's always interesting to hear these stories, even for me, people who've lived here their entire lives, or people that left their mainland life behind and came down to the islands in search of a simpler way. So I've got lots in store for you from all the islands that I sail. Today we're going to start here in St. Maarten with a friend you may remember meeting in my recent Captain Rick's Picks video. We're here back on the famous boardwalk of Philipsburg in St. Maarten to meet my friend Norman that owns Taloula Mangoes. Alright, so as you know, we're here on the boardwalk in Philipsburg today, and we're just doing a tour down the boardwalk and showing you some of our favorite places, and I wanted to stop by and introduce you to one of my good friends at Taloula Mangoes, and this is Norman. Norman, how you doing, sir?
Alright, hi Rick, welcome to Philipsburg.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you for having me on your show.
Oh, no problem. But yeah, Norman is, he's got a couple of restaurants and bars here on the strip and some really cool places. And Norman's also a sailor, so we've always had some good stories to yarn over a couple of drinks sitting at the bar.
I wish I was as good a sailor as you, but because I don't get a lot of time to sail, but your stories on sophisticated ladies sounds great. I envy you.
But you've got a great boat. Tell me about that.
It's a 39-foot landfall built in Formosa, Taiwan. In the 70s, it was sort of a Choi Lee clone. It's a double-ender, 39-foot cutaway. I get around a bit, but the furthest I've been is from here to the Virgin Islands with my family. Someday I'll maybe sail down island and really get to enjoy the boat. Well, are you enjoying Philipsburg?
Oh, I always enjoy Philipsburg. For me, it's a stopover to reprovision, stock up on things, buy some new clothes, you know, get some electronics. All the stores are around here that I like to deal with that carry all the gear I use, the cameras, GoPros, computers, all that kind of stuff.
That Philipsburg has. It has probably some of the widest variety of electronics and jewelry you'll find in North America, I think.
And of course, they've known me to visit a couple of rum shops around here too.
There you go. Rum is always good. We have our own rum here. It's Blue Bitch rum, 3-year-old light rum, made in Westerhall Rums in Grenada. So.
Now you've got this place upstairs called the Blue Bitch Bar.
Mm-hmm.
I tried to figure out the name. I mean, I see the dog and everything, but where'd that name come from?
It's the little. When you go up there, you'll see a lot of little black rocks, and that's the name that the generations before me gave it, Blue Bitch Rock. And they used to mine it along, the ladies, all the men were off island for work, and the ladies used to mine it along the shoreline and sell the rocks to people that were doing construction because they weren't, they didn't have a rock crusher on the island. So you bought it in different sizes, and that's a true story. But I love the name, and it's sounds better as a bar than as a rock, so Blue Bitch Bar. And then the dog, well, it kind of goes with bitch and dog, and plus Taloula Mango downstairs was named after our golden retriever puppy. So that's how the dog connection.
And Taloula Mangoes, I mean, I love this place. It's such a variety and good entertainment and everything, but the name, I don't understand, where did that come from? I mean, mango, yes, I know, but what's Taloula?
Well, we bought a new little puppy. I have 3 sons. And we were trying to find a name. Sue, my wife, said, let's call it Mango. And my middle son has a phobia against fruit. No, he said, no, don't call it Mango. I'm going to think of fruit every time she's around. And then my youngest wanted to tease the middle one, said, yeah, let's name it Mango. And then my oldest said, how about Taloula? And we all looked, where the hell do you get that name Taloula? Never heard of it. And he said it's from the movie Cool Runnings. When the Jamaica bobsled team were trying to find a name.
Oh yeah, that old movie with John Candy.
Yes, they were trying to find a name for the sled, and one guy said, how about Taloula? And all the other guys laughed, and he goes, hey, that's my mother's name. So we thought Taloula Mango, that's a great name for a puppy, and if we open another restaurant, that's what we'll call it. And that's the name.
Wow.
So
how long ago did you open it?
In 2004. We were the first one to open on the boardwalk. The boardwalk is here in 2004.
I mean, your whole life history is right here in Philipsburg, basically, or?
Yeah, it's this site here. This site used to be the site of the hospital.
Okay.
So I was literally born, I think, right around over there, where the maternity ward was. And I went to school across the street. where the school was, called St. Joseph's School.
So right here, like where the pharmacy is?
Yeah, right where the pharmacy, that's where I probably was born. And across the street, St. Rose, next to the boutique, that's where I went to school. And then I heard on Back Street, I went to school there too. But we're 6 generations on the island. I grew up in Philipsburg. This here was my playground. Before, as a sailor, if you had come 20 years ago, you would have pulled into Great Bay. That's the first port of call for St. Maarten. But when the cruise industry developed more and more, and the whole port got a little more busier for cruisers, and it wasn't, the whole marine industry shifted to the lagoon, and that's why you see all the big chandeliers down there, the big marinas down there, and Great Bay now is more cruise oriented. Plus the boardwalk, there's on the edge, the outer edge, there's sheet piling. In the 90s, when we had all those hurricanes, Louis and Lenny and you name it, there were water lapping under some of the buildings over there.
Oh, really?
So this serves the purpose of a dual, to protect Philipsburg, and
So in case all the sand washes away,
yeah,
there's a wall there.
There's a wall there, yeah. Front Street has changed dramatically. With the onset of the cruise industry, the focus had to be on how to manage the flow of people. That's also the other functionality of the boardwalk, is to relieve some of the pressure on Front Street, have it on the boardwalk. But a lot of buildings have changed from when I was there, but still, surprisingly, there are quite a few that are original. Like when you came in with Sophisticated Lady, you went into Simpson Bay.
Right.
Okay, and that's what everyone does now. But you can it's so easy to come to Great Bay, to Philipsburg, with the buses and the buses run on a Caribbean schedule. You never know when they're coming. And come to shop in Philipsburg and eat in Philipsburg and feel the energy of Philipsburg. And it's a great place to be.
Things are convenient over in Simpson Bay, but I like the anchorage over here. There's a beautiful part of the anchorage where the water's, 9-10 feet deep.
Oh, wow.
And it's just like a swimming pool. It's crystal clear blue. Perfect sand bottom. If you come in, it's about maybe half a mile out, just past where they usually leave the America's Cup boats.
You seem to find the local knowledge spots, because I don't know about that spot. And then I watched a video that you showed me on Norman Island, and where you were anchored was a perfect spot. And I'd been to Norman Island a few times and never knew you could anchor there. So you seem to know how to root out all the good anchorages.
Well, don't tell anybody. Shh.
I won't. My family owns property in Philipsburg, and we don't have any law that tells us, but we as a rule do not change the original face of Philipsburg.
So you were raised in that house, and now there's a jewelry store there?
Yeah.
But the house is still the same?
Yeah, man. It's
really?
especially the house in the alley itself there, in the courthouse alley on the eastern end of the courthouse.
Yeah.
That's where I grew up. That's exactly the same, because that's owned by my family. And the rule is you can't touch the outside, only the inside. And there's no law to stop you, but we just want to maintain the flavor of Philipsburg and years gone by. My grandfather used to have a beer salon, I don't know what you call it there, beer salon for the men of Philipsburg to come and have beer. He used to literally import ice from St. Kitts, 56 miles away. He used to have to come packed in a box with sawdust. That's how he got his ice to cool his beer.
Ice from St. Kitts?
Yeah. St. Kitts was the island back in the day.
They couldn't make ice here?
There wasn't a big enough market. Only my grandfather with beer. So.
And that was only 30 years ago?
No, that was probably about 60 years ago.
Okay.
Back to Philipsburg, it used to be all jewelry stores, and now with perfect competition, because if you have a street full of nothing but jewelry stores, sooner or later competition is going to knock one or two out.
Yeah.
And that's what's been happening. So the better ones have survived, and now instead of being replaced by jewelry, we're starting to see some boutiques come in and brand names, and I think that's good, because now, and everyone used to say, Philipsburg, all it is jewelry. Now you have two really good electronics places and some good boutiques. Philipsburg doesn't have much activity at night.
Yeah, I've noticed. I've come down here a couple of times. It's like a ghost town at night, but you'll be just hopping at your place.
We try. It's
Yeah,
right.
you've had some good bands. I've been down there a few times this season, and it's always good. And the Latin band that was playing there the other night, they were really good.
Yeah. They're guys from Venezuela, and they're they're the most sought after band on the island. So for me to get them on a Friday night, it was probably, I don't know when I'll get them again, because everyone wants them on a Friday night.
So it wasn't a normal thing, it's just once in a while.
That band. But the night before, the Friday before, it's a more predominantly local flair. I don't know if you saw the difference. When the Latin band was here, you had all different clientele than the local clientele the week before.
Yeah, that was, what was it, Control Band?
Control band.
Yeah, they were good too. I really enjoyed that.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're both. I mean, the variety was good, but both nights there was a good amount of people here, and it was after hours for the rest of the town.
Yeah. Well, we've been here the longest, so we know the boardwalk. That's why our slogan is, "We are the boardwalk." So we have a reputation to live up to.
That's a good slogan. I appreciate your time. Thanks very much for the interview.
Well, thank you, and come back to our island. Come back to St. Maarten, and I'll be watching out for you.
Well, thanks for joining us, and we'll continue on our walk down the boardwalk. So, cheers.